Hi everyone, it's me, Shira Psychic Medium, and it looks like we are on live right now answering your questions about mediumship, psychic development, intuition, signs, symbols, healing, you name it. Ask away your questions, be happy to answer them for you. It is 2017. And it is such a great day to get started. Hey Tina, thanks so much for joining. Oh my goodness. Haven't spoke to you in a while, but it is 2017. Hey Cass, and I wanted to touch base and say hello to everyone out there. I know you guys have questions about the new year, what to expect and whatnot. So what I'm gonna do real quick is just refresh this page over here and share it, and then you guys can share this to your friends and families that want to learn about mediumship, intuition, signs, symbols, or if they're thinking they're crazy on information they're getting. Hey Heidi, thanks so much for joining. Give me 2 seconds here and I am going to share this. Bear with me 1 sec. Oh, hey Maria, what's up? Let's see real quick. Share to Okay. So right now as I'm sharing this, if you guys have questions, feel free to let me know. I do have a list of questions that you guys emailed me or private messaged me or had responded in the last live footage, and I wanted to get back to you on those questions to be able to give you more detailed answers and be able to give you everything that you're looking for. So let's see. Let's switch that real quick and we'll be off and running. I'm waiting for somebody to be able to tell me how to integrate this myself. So, all right, so that should be shared. Thank you so much. Thanks guys for watching. My name is Shira Psychic Medium. I am a medium here in Long Island, New York, and I'm going to be answering your questions on psychic mediumship, intuition, development, anything that you had questions on. So let's start off. It is 2017. We are the year of the one. So that basically means that this is your year. This is your incredible year to be the master creator, to be the creator of your destiny, to make these decisions that will impact you for the rest of your life. So make sure you're making great decisions. So yeah, hey Karina, thanks so much. Happy New Year to you as well. For those of you that are catching this on the replay, I am answering live comments back to those who are interacting with me and asking questions about that. So, 2017, the year of the one. Thanks so much for the hearts. What I will tell you about the year of the one is this is not only your year, but this is everybody's year. This is your year to really make it happen. So your dreams, your aspirations. Well, last year was your year to basically put in all the work, to build your foundation, so to speak, right? To trudge out everything that didn't work, get that completion over with, throw it out and move on to this year. So this year you're really building that foundation, and it's like, well, you know, you planted the seeds, now it's time for everything to grow. So this is the year where everything is going to start growing and moving in your direction. And since one is a number of a master number, this is a master year, so you should definitely get involved, get active in your own life. Stop letting other people take advantage of you. Instead, follow spirit, let your own intuitive guidance, your own higher self get you in touch with 2017's great master year. Hey Dina, hey Eileen, thanks so much for joining. So people have questions. Is this year going to be a better love year for you? Well, I would certainly say if you put the intention out there, it will definitely be a better year for you. I mean, this year is really going to make or break a lot of people. So I would say to you, by all means, get out there, put yourself out there, create your dreams, manifest them. This is the year for that. So simple ways you can do that is setting your intention, speaking to spirit, connecting with your higher self in meditation, and in doing so, you'll be able to basically create the life that you've always wanted. There are so many of you out there. Hey Dina, hey Lacey, thanks so much for joining. There are so many of you out there who really, you know, you're looking for guidance, and yes, all these psychics, we can all give you this information, this guidance, but until you take action, Well, there's really no true way to make something happen unless you start doing something, right? So unless you take action, that's the only way you're going to get results. You know, you can think about something over and over and over, but until you do it, you're never going to have your result. Hey, Jen, thanks so much for joining. If you guys have questions, feel free to write them down, and I will definitely get back to you with answers on them now. And if I'm unable to answer any of the questions right now, or just don't feel like it's the appropriate time, I'll be happy to do so at a later time. So definitely send them on, private message me them, or write them on here if you want other people to know. So let's see on my list here, moving forward in the new year. When you're moving forward this year, hey Ray, Happy New Year to you, Margaret. So when you're moving forward this year, I would tell you to really focus. Decide what it is that you want, whether you're looking for a new job, if you're looking for a relationship, if you're looking to find your soulmate, if you are looking to get another animal to come into your life, if you're looking for any other type of work or better health, a better sex life, you name it, I'm going to tell you, start manifesting it. This is your year. This is your year to make it happen. So hey Jessica, thanks so much for joining. So this is a time where you focus your intention, you decide what you want, and you make it basically happen. Write it down, create a vision board, set it out to the universe, and then let it go. Don't think about it again, just let it be. When you keep rehashing, you're not doing a great job of manifesting. You're instead bringing worries to yourself. So I would definitely tell you to work with your own abilities and don't psych yourself out of something fantastic. So somebody asked me in the last live footage, is there anything or any way to know which loved one is coming through when they're doing it on their own? Hey Wendy, I would definitely say that you need to kind of close your eyes and focus and feel into who is with you. Are you feeling a male or are you feeling a female? Do you get a thought of a loved one around you? That instantaneous moment, that thought, that flash, that image, that feeling, the smell of perfume that reminds you of your favorite aunt, whatever it is, that will lead you to who you're speaking with or who is around you in the moment if you haven't yet honed in your abilities to speak with them directly where you feel like you know exactly what you're doing, if you know what I'm saying. So it is 2017. This is the year for you. Feel free to write questions. I'm only able to continue if you guys have things that you want to talk about and you need answers to. So, hey Andrea, thanks so much for joining. I'd love to know where you guys are coming in from. Like what state or city are you guys coming in from? Because that way we can kind of focus to those areas. So somebody had asked me, is there or will Spirit ever give you an answer to who you'll end up with? So that's always an interesting one. I find it interesting because yes, Spirit will tell you, hey Heidi from Ossining, I will tell you that Spirit will give you answers as to who you'll end up with, so long as it doesn't prevent you from making wrong decisions or decisions that lead you astray from ending up with that person. So thanks so much, Margaret, for joining. Now, I would tell you to really pay attention to who is actually around you at all times and to always have an awareness. I would also tell you that when you're getting the information and you are honing in, you really want to pay attention to who's around you. Like for instance, oh, I'm gonna have to read that question real quick. So whoever is around you, you want to pay attention to your free will. You want to pay attention to actions that you may have made that may have kind of sent you astray. But then here's the kicker. You know, psychics and mediums, we're not God. We're only as good as our interpretation of the information that's being given to us. So we're looking to get the information in a way that we can convey it to you. And as a result of that, there is room for error. I mean, if a medium tells you 100% that they're 100% right at all time, they're full of it. So basically, what I have to tell you is that, oh, thanks, Jess. Thanks, Heidi. I know there was questions that came in and I have to look at them, so give me 1 second. Hey Danielle, but I would tell you that everything is open to interpretation. Now, the more you hone in your skill set, the more accustomed you get to working with spirit, you would understand the information that you're receiving may come in better or more clear than those of other contemporaries. But in the same regard, hey Amanda, hey Anastasia, I would also tell you that the clarity really depends on your experience with working with those type of issues and people before, so you can more readily recognize signs, symbols, feelings, you name it. Hey girly, hey Jill, hey Jillian. So I would say to you, do I receive messages from pets that have passed away? Yes. Definitely, absolutely. There are some fabulous animal communicators out there. I love when the animals come through for me as well. And I think there's nothing greater than being able to reunite their owner with their loved one, which just happened to be a furry friend. So, hey Sue, thanks so much for joining. So, I would tell you, yes, pets come through for 100%, but they have to be able to communicate and be ready to communicate with that psychic or medium, whoever is connecting with them. So, back to the question on the love question, which everybody seems to want to know in 2017, this creating this love for themselves, this master number. So are you actually finding love this year? Or can spirit predict it for you? Sure, they can predict it, but can they give you the exact one? Maybe, maybe not. It really depends on your psychic medium that you're working with. I would tell you also, Heidi, you're making me laugh. I would tell you also that when I know for me, when I'm getting information, I generally don't give the names of the person that they're going to meet. And the reason why I don't do that is not because I'm not receiving it. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. The reason why I don't generally is because I personally believe it affects free will. So if I tell you that you're going to be mating, I don't know, John, right? Anytime you go out, if you don't know the person's name is John and you meet them and their name is like, I don't know, Donald, you're not even going to give him the time of day. And you know what? Donald's middle name might have been John, or his last name might have been Johnson, or whatever else. But you might not have given this person the time of day, and now it's a whole new reworking. And your focus instead on being with the person is you're so focused and fixated on finding the name that you're forgetting about what love really is and the whole experience and relationship. So for me, I tend to take a different approach. Are certain people more capable to being psychic over other people? And if so, why? Eileen wants to know that. So are certain people more capable of being psychic over other people? I would say everybody has the capacity to tap into their psychic awareness, 100%. Are some people more advanced? Yes. But I'd also say to you, look at a runner. Who can run a marathon and who has trouble walking a few blocks? Everybody has a skill set. It just depends on if you use it. It depends if you practice and build that muscle. So you can come in with this grand chart, this astrological chart. You could be all these different signs that shows that you're destined to be psychic. But if you don't use what you got bupkis, you got zero. So I would say to you, don't worry about classifications in terms of one person over another because they came in with certain lineage. No, trust in yourself. Maybe this is your year to be psychic. Maybe this is your year to develop your intuition so you make better life decisions and you're more balanced. Jennifer wants to know, how often can you see your medium or median? Well, I think you mean medium. I would definitely say to you, one, what's the purpose? Like, are you going to see a medium to connect for mediumship solely? To connect with your loved ones, or are you looking for a combination of psychic and mediumship? You're looking for a little direction at the same time as mediumship? I mean, who am I to tell you that you can't communicate with your loved ones whenever the hell you want? I'm just not going to be that person. I will tell you, you shouldn't develop a habit of feeling like you can't live your life without trusting yourself, because you definitely need to be able to trust into your own abilities. So I always leave it up to my clients, but on a general time period, I would say 3-6 months, you know, is a general time period. You know, some mediums will say a year. It's your call, you know. You do what you want, but I would definitely not put yourself into a situation where you feel like you're completely dependent and you can't make a decision without somebody else's influence, because you need to be a master of your own life. You need to make your own decisions for yourself. Don't be a sheep. Make your own mind up. So it's really important, you know, you get your guidance and then start to take action. You can keep coming to us for guidance, but if you're not taking any action, well, then you're just going to hear the same thing again. That's all. So let me see, some other questions came in here. Do you get spirit trying to come through when you're trying to do this? You notice I pause? Yeah, sometimes they break my trend of thought to try to get my attention. So yes, that would absolutely be. Other times it's my own guides trying to give me more information while I'm speaking at the same exact time. It's like master, what should I call it? Master multitasking. It really is a lot going on at the same exact time. So Anastasia says, yeah, everyone is born with innate powers and you just have to fine tune it. I would definitely agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. Bravo for that statement. Paula wants to love if she will ever find love again. I would say, Paula, start with yourself. When you find love within yourself, it's easy to attract love in someone else. No worries about the spelling, Jen. If I didn't have autocorrect, I would spell everything wrong, so don't even sweat it. Okay, so Heidi is from, where is she from? No, Paula is from Illinois. I'm just seeing that right now. And Maria, she's all coming from Ocala, Florida. I hope you're having better weather than us and some of my friends that are more northbound. So if you guys have questions, definitely let me know. Wendy wants to know where you can see me in 2017. You mean aside from Facebook Live? I do have an event coming up on February 8th at Piecraft. That's in Island Park, New York. The last one was a sold-out event, so if you'd like to get in, I would definitely get a hold of Piecraft in Island Park, New York. Leave a message. They'll call you back to reserve your table or your seats. It's a great evening. It's so fantastic. The food is great. The reading's fabulous. So, you know, it's something you want to be a part of. Oh, I'm sure you definitely love yourself, Paula. So now's the time to start creating and attracting that love to yourself, meaning the other person that you're looking for. Mary Ann says, let's see, hello from Long Island. Hey, Marianne, thanks so much for joining. So, in terms of questions, give me 1 second here. Heidi wants to know, are all events in Long Island? Well, I do some events in Westchester as well. They will be coming up. I do know that we have one in the works. I believe we're going to start planning on one with the Barbara Giordano Foundation, hopefully for this spring. Also, I do Relay for a Life events as well with several of the chapters. So you can always pay attention or follow me on Facebook to be notified when my new events come in. Or if you guys want me to come to your town, just start sending me information, letting me know, you know, if there's something coming on. I would love to be able to be a part of it, but need to know where you guys are in order for that to happen. So Amanda said she had to put her kitty to sleep and worried that she was scared. I keep questioning if it was the right thing to do. Amanda, I would say to you this: if it was not the right thing to do, then something would have intervened. You wouldn't have been able to make it to the vet at that time or at that moment. And if you made it to the vet and it still wasn't the right time, there would have been nothing to be able to work in terms of the euthanization. The injection wouldn't work. You wouldn't have been able to get a vein. Something would have happened to prevent that from occurring. So by all means, if you made the decision, your feline was definitely making that decision with you. So in order to tap into your spirit guides' names, that's not something I'm going to do on Facebook Live. You have to actually really focus on that. You should do the meditation that's on my Facebook page, on my website at ShiraPsychicMedium.com, and ask for your loved ones or your spirit guides to come through and give you their names. Now, here's the thing. Does it really matter what their names are? In reality, they've been guiding you since before you were even born. Now you're just awake and aware to ask for their names. So you could really call them, you know, Paisan, whatever, and they're not going to care. But if you truly want to know what they want you to know their name is to you, or vice versa, you can ask for it. So don't worry so much about the name. Just pay attention to the guidance that comes through. All right. Now let me scroll through here, over here, and see. Interesting, Marianne. I just saw a question from you about a job change, and if I'm tapping into your energy correctly, but it moves so fast, I would say the job change would be much later in the year, circa November. But I'm hopefully tapping into your energy. Okay, now Am I ever afraid? D wants to know, am I ever afraid of what comes through to me? No. Nope, not that I'm not. Because there's nothing to be fearful of. Absolutely nothing. The information that comes through, you can actually, you know, listen to it, hear it. If you don't like it, tell them to go away. Just that simple. Can't do anything to you. They can only present information to you or make you aware of their presence. And so you're aware of them. Okay, so what? You don't like it? Tell it to go away. It's that simple. You have to have strength in yourself and own your space and know that you can't be bothered. If they're giving you information, it's only positive information. It's to help, it's to heal others and yourself. So be aware of whom you are communicating with at all times. Heidi wants to know, can there be more than one guide? 100%. If you think you only have one guide, I would say then everybody else who's thinking like that is smoking crack. And the reason why I would say that is because we come in with a team of people. We have a team here. You have one master guide, but then there are helpers and guides and friends and you name it that are all around you. Animals, elementals, whatever, they're all around you working with you. So one, great, but there's many. There's God knows how many, okay? So never think that you're alone. There's always one person with you. Susan wanted to know, are your loved ones in spirit with you during your readings? Are you asking me, are my loved ones in spirit with me during my readings? Yes. I always feel them with me when I'm doing my readings. They're like Fort Knox. They're my badass team of protectors. They are on it and on everybody else, you know, shielding everything and making sure that everything is copacetic, if you know what I'm saying. So let's see what else. Oh, the date for Piecraft, Bridget wants to know, that is February 8th. It's not posted yet. We're still working on the flyer, but I will tell you advance notice, Island Park, Piecraft, February 8th, if you want to get down there. Last time it sold out, so call in advance, make sure there is seating reserved for you. Oh, Jen, thank you so much. Oh, spot on last year. I'm so glad I was spot on for you. You bring such beautiful energy to the table, so, you know, you're the part of it. That's why it was so spot on, because of your beautiful energy. So kudos to you. I'm so glad everything's working out. Let's see. Yvette wants to know, do I get notified of impending disasters? Well, what I would say, Yvette, is yes, lately that information has been coming through to me. It's a little off-putting or unsettling to me when that information comes through, but as I am not law enforcement, what can I do about it? So I'm not going to go scare the rest of the world about it. I just know there's certain things that are happening or in the crux of happening, so to speak. Hopefully things will be intercepted, and that's all that can be done, you know? Okay, now, and as you can tell, I still am doing my hair and my makeup and not really paying it much mind, so I wouldn't tell you not to pay it much mind either. All right. Maria says her 2016 wasn't too good for her. Is 2017 better? Well, I would tell you, boy, this spirit has got to back off me. Bear with me, guys. I have somebody that is a little strong around me. Okay, they're gone. Now, what I would say, hey Shelby, thanks so much for joining. I would say that 2016, that was the year, that was the 9 year. So that was the finalities. Those are the completions. That was kind of like that ugliness that needed to go away. This is the year to forge new frontiers. This is the year to really make things happen for yourself. And as a result, you can create a beautiful life for yourself. So don't worry about the past. Start to move forward. Forget about thinking about the past. Stop asking questions about the past. Just move forward. Don't even look back. Pretend it wasn't even there and just keep charging forward. And when you do that, you'll be able to really manifest what you want. So I saw some questions come through. Amanda says, so nice having you read me at the fundraising event last year. Wondering if you can sense my grandfather's presence and if he has any messages. Well, Amanda, I don't know if this is your grandfather with me right now, but I do have a female that would have suffered from a stroke around me and would have suffered from vertigo at the same exact time because she's giving me the sensation. So I haven't tapped into where this applies yet, but I know that she's present with me and on my right hand side. Marilyn, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in so long. Last time I think I saw you was back when I did a double duo event. That was an interesting night. So all things are positive. Let's keep going. Carolyn, does my son hear me talk to him daily? I had a nightmare about him last night and I can't shake it. You know, funny thing you say that about nightmares last night. I don't know what it is energetically that's happening right now, but I must have had this conversation with several people this week in the past few days. They're all having crazy nightmares, and none of it has anything to do with anything. It's really just the subconscious mind and the energetic mind getting in the way. So yes, everybody is fine. Everybody is healthy and well. It's just whatever energetically is purging to get rid of that so we can move forward. Let's keep going. Somebody wrote tetrograde. Anastasia, you meant retrograde, right? Yeah, retrograde is a winner this time around. That's for sure. I would say that retrograde has been kicking some people's butts more than others, and it really just has to depend on your own astrological sign, where it falls into placement with the planets. Lacey says, what's the biggest challenge I face as a medium? How do I answer that one? I don't know. I think when I have, maybe when I know something to be the truth and other people don't see it to be the truth, and they have to experience it in order for them to see it, that could be frustrating, you know. Other than that, you know, I can't let myself get into it too much. I just have to stay detached and let everybody have their own life. So for me, you know, in the beginning, I think I was so extra sensitive that, you know, I'd be crying during my sessions when I was communicating information. Every once in a while, a tear still comes out. Hey, Casey. But I would say, you know, as a result of that, that's probably one of the most challenging things is, you know, building up a little bit more of a thicker skin. So when you're delivering information, you know, I'm not taking on so much of the pain that my clients are feeling as well, because I'm empathic. I'll feel their pain just as much. So, you know, for me, that's a big deal. Let's see here. A few questions came through. I don't think I caught all of them. Chrissy says she moved into a new apartment, and when she moved into the new apartment, there was some things that were happening that were kind of strange happening in it, and some smells that she was getting. Well, usually when you're getting that, it's not that the smells actually exist, it's that you're having psychic smelling, and you're just basically recreating a scent or noticing a scent based on a memory that you had. So you'll smell like tobacco if the person who passed had a strong love of smoking cigars or cigarettes, or maybe you'd smell flowers when your grandmother loved to plant roses. So that is definitely a form of psychic smelling or knowingness or awareness that you are having. Is it creepy? It can be. Yeah, it definitely can, you know, jar you, because if you can't see it and something's happening, you're like, what is going on? I get that. But I would also embrace it too and let them know, hi. I just saw that. Hi, Shira. Happy New Year. Thanks so much. Happy New Year to you too. Mwah. How's the doggy? I would say to you that you should definitely pay attention to the signs, the smells that you're getting. If you're seeing things go back and forth in a room, it's not generally something bad. Sometimes it's just your loved ones who are around you that you're just finally taking notice of, and you're seeing the contrast between the colors of energy, so you're finally noticing. If you feel that uncomfortable, I would tell you to sage your new apartment. You can get yourself some white sage if that's what makes you feel better, or you could Reiki the room. You know, all those things do work. So what else is going on here? Shelly says smells get her all the time. Thanks, Paul. Thanks so much for liking. Thanks, Casey, for sharing the video of the live feed. I can't, let's see, I'm getting part of this in here and part of this now. I feel like I'm having a Mariah Carey moment here where it's coming in on one and not coming in on the other. You guys know what I mean. Let's see here. Okay, so Paula says, okay, Paul, I would definitely tell you, if you want to tap into that message, you should either get a reading with a qualified medium, or you should do the meditation on my website and tap in to your loved one through meditation at ShiraPsychicMedium.com, and you can get that message directly. Because I believe you can hand somebody a fish all you want, but if you don't teach them how to fish, what good is that going to do? So, oh, good, Chrissy, you sage. That's fantastic. I would definitely do that. I mean, it is all a belief system, so it's what you believe in, right? But I tend to notice a difference when I use sage. So, you know, it's up to you on what you feel works or doesn't work. Oh, your doggy's so good. Your energy has been off soon. Okay, well, have you had healing recently? I would definitely suggest a healing. If your energy feels off, you guys should have a healing treatment. You can do them distance or you can do them in person. They always shift the energy for me. So I would say if you haven't had a healing, get that on your 2017 bucket list of things to get done. And the sooner the better when it comes to your own well-being. You know, healing can be, you know, reconnective healing, IET, Reiki, massage therapy, zero balancing, you know, a salt bath. Do something that's going to shift the energetic awareness that you have around you. Okay, so, okay. Somebody says she's been closing them while her husband died. Is it a good thing or should she try to open them up? Lori, listen, I don't believe in closing down a gift. I feel like if God gave you the gift, it's something you should embrace. There are mediums who will tell you something completely different. I'm just not one of them. So if you're going to ask me to tell you how you can close down your gift, I'm not the one for that. I think you should embrace your knowingness, embrace your awareness, embrace your ability to help yourself and help other people, and really utilize that. I would not set limitations for yourself. If you set a limitation, it's going to take a long time for that to be dismantled or disarmed. You feel a presence in your home often. Okay, Vicky says she feels a presence in her home often, sometimes more than one. How do you communicate with them and your pet knows they're there too? Oh, the pets are amazing. What I would say is if your pet is definitely noticing spirit, take a picture, especially with your iPhone. They're great. They pick up spirit images, the orbs, the lights, blasts of light. You should definitely take pictures of that. I have a client who gave me such an incredible picture she shared with me of spirit coming through. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything that bright or intense before. So I would definitely tell you to do that. How do you communicate with them? With your mouth, with your mind, all of the above. Start talking in your mind, start talking with your mouth. They can hear it. It's just a matter of them being aware and trying to communicate back with you. So, Heidi, what do you need? I'm not sure what you wrote to. What self-care do I practice with grounding? Yes, I ground myself quite a bit, several times a day if I need to. I also believe that there are certain crystals that are fantastic for grounding, so it's up to you on whether or not you want to utilize them. I would definitely pick things that are like a tourmaline or a smoky quartz, things like that. Go outside, put your feet in the grass. That always helps. Hopefully it's not 0 degrees outside because you don't want to end up frostbitten. So let's see what else came through. Well, that's great. We've got self-promotion with Amanda on the board. Okay. Heidi says, why do some spirits come through and some don't? My mother never comes through. Why? Okay. One, I don't know if she is passed or not. I'm just going to go on the I'm not tapping in segment right now. If she is passed and she hasn't come through, perhaps she is coming through but not in a way that a medium can recognize yet, or perhaps her ability to communicate is not where it should be and she just can't match the vibration, or you know, maybe you're not necessarily the most space where you need to be to hear the message, and there might be somebody else on the other side who can give the message better. So don't discredit the others that come through just because you haven't heard from mom, because you might miss it completely because mom might need the other ones to kind of push her through. Let's see. What are some tips to trust your intuition more, and how do you know when spirit versus when it's ego? Brittany, burn the word ego. Just burn it. I hate that word, and I will tell you, because those who are caught up in the word ego, you're having such a hard time getting past it because you're so fixated on the word ego. So drop the word, stop thinking about it, and commit to spirit, and the intuitive self of you will get centered, and you'll be able to get the information directly through, straight from thought, from source, without another thought coming through. Really, there's no need to constantly stress the word ego. All you're going to do is bring more ego-based information to you. So get it out of your dictionary. Forget using it. I don't care what you do. Anytime you go to say that word, throw a penny or $1 in a jar, whatever you need to do to stop bringing it up, because you're re-attracting that type of vibration to yourself. Okay? Tough love. Don't mean to be tough with you. Just saying this is really going to help you. If you embrace that, you're going to have great results. That's all it is, okay? Let's see. Okay, Joe, I'm not tapping in the moment right now, but I would tell you they are always doing well. They are always, always, always. Your loved ones are, they're actually so much better than all of us. So never worry about them on the other side. I think they're more worried or concerned about us, if you know what I'm saying. A little kookadooks, right? Linda says, a sparrow keeps coming to her fence. Is that signs at me and what that leaves? Why is that? Well, a lot of times Spirit will use birds as messengers to show you that they're around. So see what you feel the next time the sparrow comes, who immediately pops in your mind, or what you get a sense of. And I bet that will give you your answers as to who is around you. Would she ever come through after a previous reading? Yeah, your loved ones come through time and time again. There is no right or wrong. There is no time limit. So in terms of connecting with your loved ones, I would say to you at all times that your loved ones are always around you, and they can come through as often as you need them to, but as often as they feel you need them to. Hey, Michelle. Hope the job is going well. Marilyn wants to know, what are some steps to do to be more peaceful? Well, I would tell you that you need to ground. That is the key. And you have to get yourself more balanced also, because that is such a big contributor as to whether or not you're going to feel peaceful. You got to get yourself outdoors. You got to get yourself away from toxic people, because those people are looking to wreak havoc in their lives and your lives as well. So that's the key. Stay away from the drama. Michelle, love you, girl. I love you. Literally. And I love Michelle's makeup. It's fabulous. Okay. Lori wants to know, have you received messages through static on the phones? Yes. 100%. The phones, I was getting that before Spirit. I was realizing that I was connecting with Spirit. I was like, what is wrong with this phone? And then it would happen again. Then it would happen through the car radio. Then it would happen through my mom's car radio. It was like, what the hell is going on? And that was Spirit, you know, unless of course somebody was tapping in on your line, you know, things like that happen too. Let's see. Jillian wants to know, curious if her mom's passing has anything to do with my daughter's heightened sense of spirit. My mother used to be a medium, hence the question as a whole. Yeah, Jillian, you know what? I would definitely say yes to that, 100%. I would say that your daughter's guide, master guide, would have an awareness of when your mother was going to pass and would link the two together. And I would bet that your mother would be working with your daughter, bolstering her abilities. So I have lots of clients who, once one of their significant others passes, the children become so much more aware of spirit. And we're talking all different age years, you know, childhood all the way through the teens and 20s. All of a sudden it just like awakens, and it happens, you know, almost within days of a person passing. So Tina, are there ways to open up to spirit more? Yeah, take my class. I will teach you and you will be blown away. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even kidding. There are definitely unique ways that spirit has given me to channel to you guys to be able to open you up, and as a result, your abilities to get information from spirit are heightened. Those of you who are students of mine who are on this now, they know what I'm talking about and they can attest to it as well. Okay. Oh, Megan, thanks so much. She says, Shira, you have read for my family and you're the best. It's a pleasure watching me now. Well, no, thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. Apparently your loved ones knew what they were doing when they were working with me, right? Because it's all them. Andrea says, I keep seeing the number 111 or 1111, repeating number. Does it mean anything? If somebody's trying to tell me something, she's from Middletown, New York. Well, I would say, Miss Andrea from Middletown, New York, that 1111s are an awakening code. When you start seeing them repeatedly, I would tell you it is your awakening, meaning you're going to start to be in tune or aware of more spirit interaction. More of your intuition will be coming better to you. You'll be able to make better decisions. And as a result, Shelby says, absolutely, yep. Thanks, Shelby. I would say to you, also, the 1111s, when you start seeing 111, I would tell you to watch your thoughts. So you're in a year of manifesting. We're in a master number 1. If you're seeing the triple 11s or quadruple 1s, right? You've got 111 or 11111. Either way, you're seeing them, and as a result, You have to be very aware of what you're thinking and or saying so that you only attract that back to you. So if you're spewing negativity out there like, oh, this girl doesn't know what she's talking about, or can you believe what happened at work, and this gossip and that gossip, whatever, that's cool, but you've just brought it right back to yourself. So have fun next week. Okay, so I would tell you to always be aware of what you're putting out there to the universe, because I guarantee you're getting it back tenfold. So, and then you want to know why you guys are having a bad day. I would say watch what you're saying, really, okay? It will bring you so much more joy and happiness if you focus on positivity and what things are going right in your lives and your friends and your family members' lives as well. Amanda wants to know about the 1134. Well, for me, I would say to you, 1134 is 11 is the spirit number for me. 34 would be for me more of a Christ consciousness. So I would take the two together and know that I would have my guides, a Christ consciousness, and the angels saying to me I need to be aware that spirits around me and aware of what I'm manifesting to me. Hey Natalie, thanks so much for joining. Natalie takes the most amazing pictures. So if you guys need a baby photographer, you have to check her work out. Hey Marty, thanks so much for joining. Okay, so let's see what other questions came in. Joy says she's trying to reunite with her husband. Is it possible to bring back the relationship if I stay positive? Well, if the relationship is toxic for you, you can be as positive as you want, and the relationship may not be for your best interest. But I would also say, if it's something where you can manifest back a better relationship to you, meaning you know it didn't work and now you can bring in what does work, there's always potential. But you know what? There might be something else better coming to you as a result of just sending out higher love and letting know your guides tell you that basically whatever is coming to you, be it for your highest good, be it for their highest good as well. If the relationship is meant to be, it'll come together. If not, don't dwell on it. Just keep moving forward. Hey Dawn, thanks so much. I will definitely get back to you. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, what else you guys needed to know? Let me see here. I've got my questions. I know I missed a bunch of questions. The scroll thing on here is just not working, so I only see a piece at a time. Let's see. Can I sense spirit through Facebook Live for people? Allison. If I really focus, yeah. I've done it through Periscope, and I can absolutely sense them live, 100%. But it goes so fast that it's like you're only getting bleeps. So I don't really feel like it's doing you enough justice, personally. It's like giving you like half of a second. And what is the purpose of that when you could just have a reading and get complete fulfillment? So, okay, Mary Toledo. She's got questions. Okay, Marilyn says, because she was mad. Okay, Marilyn, I would say, you know, with the dream sake, I would say, you know, the subconscious mind really does play a lot into the dreams. So I wouldn't let her get too worked up about it. Oh, you want to do a night like Brookie? Okay, yeah, definitely, Natalie. PM me, and we can definitely do a group reading for you and your family or friends. It'll be so much fun. So let's see here. What other questions do we have? I can't scroll, so if you just wrote a question, retype it. Apparently, I'm a little slow. Hey, Lauren. What's doing, girly? Okay, so Joe says they're getting ready for college, but they're scared about this is a good move or not. I would say, you know, any type of higher education is always a brilliant move. I have a master's in communications. I always, you know, encourage people to, you know, get educated, to go to school, to learn what you need to know, because you're going to get so much experience and you get on-the-job training as well. But, you know, you can do so much with education, so don't be afraid of it. Okay, lots of questions are coming in now. Thank you, guys. Let's see what is next. Well, Natalie, that probably means every time Brooke has one you're not available, it probably means because you're supposed to do your own one, right? Let's see. Maggie says, okay. Maggie, not tapping in enough for that, so give me a second here. Okay, so Heather, I would say to you, what's the first thought that comes to you? She's wondering who's in her house all the time. She can't see them, or they move in and out so quick, but they're always catching her attention. I would say, ask who's there. Ask with your mouth, ask with your mind, and then see what you feel afterwards. right? Anything else happening for her in 2017? Well, I have to tell you, I just got the 5s actually come up for you, Fabiana. When I start seeing the 5s, that means change, change, change. So, ooh, buckle your seatbelt. Change can be a bumpy road, but the end result of change is always a fantastic, positive one. So, I can give you that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Natalie says, yep, you agree. My family and friends would love it. Yeah, absolutely. It would be so much fun. So much fun. Oh my, and if you set up your camera, ooh, ahead of time and set it on one of those live settings or something that, you know, keeps it in motion, I bet we could catch some spirit in the pictures as well. So, Marcos wants to know if they will be finding love this year. Marcos, I would say to you, yes, but in the summer. Absolutely, but yes, in the summer. Right now, in these colder months, I would say to work on you. Work on what makes you a great person, what you can bring to a relationship, right? And what you can bring to love, right? Can't always be one-sided. Jose, let me focus on you. Hold on a second. Okay, well, Spirit's got a good sense of humor, but Jose, it looks pretty good. I don't know, for some reason I keep seeing a drink in your hand, so I don't know if you just happen to like it or if I'm just happen to pick up on the fact that it was New Year's, but who knows. Okay, so what other questions do you guys have on mediumship, psychic mediumship, intuition, development? Those are the type of questions that it's going to really help you in your growth segment on how you're doing. In the interim, I can tell you that I have psychic mediumship development classes starting in 2017, probably around the end of February, early March. So I will tell you, they're coming. They're a fantastic 8-week program for those of you that are serious, like you actually really want to connect. It's not like a free thing where you're just like, oh, I think I want to know for a moment, but whatever. If you really want to get your SHIT together and know how to connect with spirit, then get in my class. You simply email me, classes@ShiraPsychicMedium.com, and I will get you going pretty damn fast. Okay, so let's see here. Other questions. Where are the classes? This time around, they are going to be in Nassau County, but I will tell you, depending on the number of people that are from other parts of the country, will determine whether or not they will be part of the live class or whether or not they will be part of their own individual sector. Okay? So that means if you're not in Long Island and you can't get to my class in person, yes, you still can take the class, okay? I just need that information in advance if you're thinking of doing the class. Serafina says, oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. Really appreciate that. She says, love you. Thank you for all you do. How do you get unstuck from hearing spirit? Serafina, can you elaborate for me on that, on what you really mean by that? Like, I get the unstuck concept, but elaborate on the hearing part. What specifically are you asking so I can give you a more detailed answer, okay? Heidi says, everyone calls me a witch. Why? What are you doing to people? I'm just kidding. Maybe you just know things in advance, like you have this heightened sensitivity. Perhaps you're a medium or a psychic, or maybe you were a witch in a past life, you know? I don't know. I know plenty of people who, you know, call them witches, and this is not you, Heidi, but usually we'll just replace the W with a B, you know? But I don't know. But that's not you. You're fun, and you're not that. I would say you probably just know things in advance, which probably means you're really psychic. So, thanks, Cass. Take the class. You won't regret it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No regrets in that class. That's for sure. Susan says, had an inspirational meeting with me last time at Sarah's house. Still love her angel cards, trying to use the book less. Yes. Oh my goodness, Susan. Yeah. You don't use the book. You don't need the book. I demonstrated it. You demonstrated it. Clearly you can do this. Trust yourself. And if you really want to get good at it, take my class, and you won't even need any of that whatsoever. You won't need a tarot card. You won't need an angel card. You won't need runes. You won't need ribbons. You will just, all you'll need is you. So, how do you like that? Okay, Serafina, so let's see here. When I read, I hear messages, but then you hear nothing. Okay, so basically, this is what I think you're saying to me, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting this right to answer it well for you. Okay, you're reading people, you hear messages, and then it goes silent, right? You dropped your link. The energetic stamina of that person that you're sitting with isn't very strong, most likely, and as a result, the link was dropped. So you have to recharge yourself, basically, in order to regenerate energy. Okay, or ask somebody else to step forward. Let me know if that makes sense to you, Serafina. Eliza, is this going to be a good year for you? I could tell you August is going to be a great month for you. January feels a little shaky, but nothing you can't handle, and you will handle with bells on. Okay. Heidi, you should take the class. Yeah, you should. Let's see. Natalie, that's always hard to do without her vibration being on here, just so you know. Only because I'm not pulling into her, I'm pulling into you. So better to get her on here, if that makes sense. Okay, what other questions? I know there were tons that came through. I only caught bits and pieces of a few of them. I'm not that fast on that. I apologize in advance. You know, work with my own lack of skill set on that, and let's see what we can do. Some strange things have happened in our family since the loss of a loved one. How do you differentiate between signs? Oh, I missed the rest of that question. How do you differentiate between signs and something else? Can you retype that, the last part of the question about differentiating, so I can answer it for everybody? Okay. Keep going. Yeah, that's a cool, definitely do that. If that's what you need to do, Natalie, jump off and tell her. Definitely, by all means. Okay. Lisa, you're asking if you're missing somebody so badly right now, how do you know if they're around? If they're in your mind, they're around you. If they're on the other side, they are right there with you. Think of them, think of getting a spirit hug, and they're right there embracing you. As you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you, and they're literally pressing themselves upon you, so you know that they're there. Maria, let's see. Maria, there's going to be an opportunity for you in late May, so, you know, you make your own decisions, but there will be another opportunity that I believe will come through in May for you. Okay. Maria, you're saying, when will I come out of this funk? If you are in a funk and it's been for a while, and maybe, I don't know, you could be taking medicine or not taking medicine, whatever the case may be, go for a healing. You know, whether you get one, a distance one from me, or an in-person one from me, or somebody else in your neighborhood, healings are a great way to change your energy flow and get you out of a funk. So, you know, aside from doing the medical route, if you need a little extra, get a healing. Energetic healing is what I mean. Okay, so Christina says, how do you differentiate between signs and imagination? Not skeptical, just trying to be realistic. All right, well, Christina, let me tell you, I am probably the most skeptical medium out there. Yep, that's me. So some of my clients, when they're sitting in front of me, I test them to see if they're telling me the truth. They won't know it in the moment, but I know what's going on. So how can I differentiate between signs and imagination? Well, your imagination is your gateway into the spirit world. Remember when you were a child and you were able to have imaginary friends? A lot of them weren't imaginary. A lot of them were spirit friends. Your mind was having access to them. So I would say to you, in order to differentiate between signs and imagination, if, let's say, you want to hear from a friend named, I don't know, Tara, and you keep seeing Tara's name on a license plate, or somebody says the name Tara out loud, and then you walk past a bowl of soup at a new franchise that opens and it says Tara's special soup, well, clearly you need to contact Tara. Those are repetition of the message over and over and over again, if that makes sense. Is it your imagination? Well, also, are you being grounded? Are you really tapping into what's around you? I would say you have to be balanced in order to channel spirit effectively. If you're not balanced, it's not going to work. It's not going to work effectively. You may think it's working, but the results are not as effective. So balance is key. Okay. Donna says she's been out of work for a year. When will things change? I don't know, there's something about the location you're in, Donna. Where are you from? Because there's something about location that's coming up with you. We'll go back into that when you answer that. Christina, that makes so much sense. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that makes sense to you. So any other questions, definitely let me know. I hope that is really clear for you on the signs and symbols. Okay. Alrighty. What are the questions? Let's see what else I have down here. Free will. Free will. That's a great topic because free will, you have free will. Doesn't matter what psychic or medium tells you, you have the ability not to listen or choose something different. Doesn't make the prediction incorrect. It just means that you went a different pathway than you were originally on. That's okay. It happens. Let's see here. Sometimes you feel spirits around you, says Mary. Are they spirits? Well, yeah. If you're feeling them, yeah, for sure. I mean, you're not going to create a fictitious thing around you just for the heck of it. I would definitely say you're feeling it, by all means. Also on here, let's just see here. Friend John has been in the hospital since November. One issue leads to another. Any idea what's... I don't tap in medically, certainly not on Facebook Live. I'm certainly not going to do that one. I would say, you know, have him meditate, have him pray, and ask the doctors as to what's going on. Okay. She's afraid to know. Oh my goodness. That's so... Natalie says her friend's afraid to know. Then don't press it on her, you know. Maybe she'll come to the group. Sabrina says, is 1111 a sign of spirit? 1111 is, one, yes, it's a sign for spirit. Two, it is the awakening code. It's you waking up to the spirit around you, waking up to your intuition, waking up to the fact that there's more than just your physical self around you. So I would say, yes, it's definitely a sign of spirit. It's a sign of your own growth. Linda says, thank you for giving us a reading last year. We definitely going to schedule again. You're the best. Oh, thank you. I'm the best. Thanks, Linda. Thanks so much. Donna, you said you were the one back in Georgia. Yeah, I felt like location had a lot to do with why you were having an issue with employment. That, and I don't know if this is you that I'm picking up on, but who's got the hand issue or tremors in the hand or a little bit of the shakes with the hand? Because I'm feeling that right now. I don't know if that's coming off of you or somebody else in the room because we're going so fast, but I keep feeling that. Let's see. That is so true. You're going to make her come. Best friends don't have choices. Yeah, give her a vodka beforehand. No, I'm just kidding. And maybe take a picture of her before and after the reading. Let's see if we notice a difference. Heidi says 1111 is always around her a lot. Her husband is listening. He says 1111 always. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's him waking up also. Remember, keep your thoughts positive when you're seeing 1111. So if you saw it 1111 and you were just biatching and complaining about somebody, well, I would say rethink your thoughts. Find that one positive thing that you can think of about that person, and if you can't find that, then think of something about yourself or somebody else, because your thoughts, you're going to recreate them right back to yourself. So stay positive. Hey Jen, thanks so much for joining. The person from the last relationship has hand tremors. Oh, thank you, Maggie. Okay. Yeah, that's why on Facebook Live it's going so fast. It's like bleep, 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 bleep. That's why a real reading in terms of a one-on-one is really what is ideal. Hey Sabrina, hey girly, thanks so much for joining. Anybody else have questions that they have on psychic mediumship, intuition, healing, what to expect? I would say to you, for those of you that have never had a energy healing before, they're phenomenal. It's like getting an energetic massage, except you don't touch the person, at least with the healing that I do. There's no need for me to put my hands on anybody. So for those of you who are out there for the wrong reasons, no, my hands don't go anywhere near you. You can keep your hands to yourself. But I will tell you that the energetic feeling that you've received through you feel like unbelievable. Everybody has their own unique experience. I love it. Everybody that has them loves it. It's almost like unnecessary thing to do, if that makes sense. Like, you should always have a healing, you know, just as like you would brush your teeth. This is something that should always be done. You know, you need to take care of your auric field. Okay. Tina Marie Skelton says, do you think dogs can see spirit? 100%. We talked about this last time. I don't know if you caught the last live, but I will tell you that dogs can definitely see spirits, cats, birds, the whole animal kingdom. They all have access. You know, think of it this way. A dog, there's a dog whistle, you blow the whistle, you can't hear it yourself, right? But your dog can. They come running back to you. Dogs have just heightened senses that not everybody here has. So, okay. Like last night, what can she, oh, Shelby, oh, your daughter's getting freaked out by a spirit. What can she do? She wants to open. I'm just not sure she's ready. Does she want to really open though? Because if she's getting freaked out, I would say to you before you're opening her up, you know, make sure that that's really what she wants. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. I would tell her if some of them are freaking her out. Are they freaking her out because like they look funny, or is it because there's an energy base with it that's kind of uncomfortable? Those are things you have to ask her. I would tell her to set boundaries, like you're not allowed to be here, get out of my space, not around me, not now, not never, go to the light, you know, things like that. Be really harsh and direct. And then I'd call in, of course, God's energy to make sure the space is nice and light. But that shouldn't stop her from tuning into her own abilities, right? Because if you don't focus on the sour apple, you'll have nothing but great apples. So tell her to focus on the good, and if she sees the other, just kind of ignore it, get it away, and move on to what's positive. Yeah, because they look funny and it's only older men. I've seen your daughter. No wonder why older men are around her. I would just tell them they have to leave. They cannot stay there. They're not supposed to be around her. They need to go elsewhere. Okay. Oh, you caught the tail end of the last one. No worries, no worries. Did that explain what you were asking about with animals, Tina Marie? Just let me know. Okay. Looking at the other questions, I have this one spirit that's still around me. I have a grandfather around me. I feel like it's around me for Jessica. So somebody on here whose name is Jessica, there's a grandfather around you, around me, coming in through for you. So if you're still watching, I think it's for you, because they keep telling me Jessica's grandpa's here. So I get you. Any other questions you guys have on developing your intuition or on getting a reconnective healing? You know, there's all different ways to advance yourself. I would say to you, take a class. If those of you are interested in taking one of my classes, they're starting this year, either end of February or March in Nassau County. You can come in on streaming access if we need to, so just let me know. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Shelby, with your daughter, right? So I would definitely say that. But other than that, if you guys haven't connected on my meditation, you haven't checked it out yet, you absolutely should, at ShiraPsychicMedium.com. Just simply go to the meditation, put in your info, it'll lead you right to the meditation, do the meditation, you'll go through a healing chamber, you will definitely connect with one of your loved ones, as long as you can keep yourself in the meditative state, and you'll have great results. So it'll help you get connected. Hey Kristen, thanks so much for joining. So we're getting close to me signing off. So if there are any other last minute questions, I'm just seeing if any others are coming through right now. You can type them away on what kind of questions you have. If you're watching a replay of this and you don't have the questions now, but you think later you have a question, feel free to private message me them or write it on the bottom of this video, and I will definitely include it in the next live, so that way you get your questions answered. Oh, Shelby, okay, she asked earlier today if I was having classes for teens. You know, I think if you were present with her, or you gave her permission, then we could definitely do that. But you know, you've been through the classes, you know how intense it can be. So you as the parent make the decision if you feel like it's right for her, okay? So what I was saying again, 2017, the 1 year, new foundations, forge through, create your destiny, create what you're looking for. This is the year to really do it. And focus on your intentions, because your intentions are everything. For those of you that have positive intentions, well, you will reap in the benefit. For those of you with negative intentions and think that they're working, I promise you they are not, and they do get turned around. So for those of you that are out there, follow your heart, trust in spirit, trust in the light. The light is what's going to bring you things better and brighter and more abundance to you. And abundance doesn't have to just be like wealth or health. It can be, you know, friendships. It can be the right connections, jobs, love, you name it. So I would definitely tell you to always stay light-centered and focused with love. I'm going to say goodnight to you guys, and if you have questions that you didn't get to ask, simply just respond underneath, type it away, or send me a PM, and I will absolutely get to you guys. Oh, my pleasure, Sue. So I will tell you one more time, February 8th, Highcraft next event that's coming up, and my classes are coming up at the end of February into March in Nassau County. So if you have interest, simply email me classes@ShiraPsychicMedium.com or go through Facebook. I think there's a contact me button, and I will add you to the list on when you're coming in to the classes. So have a great night, everyone, and wish you the best. Bye-bye, guys.